For years, fans couldn't figure out one thing. Why did Meri Brown never own a home in Flagstaff? Why was she renting year after year while Robyn lived inside a massive mansion? Why did Meri look financially frozen while one wife's wealth kept growing? Now we finally know why. And the truth is far uglier than anyone imagined. On the January 2026 Sister Wives Tell-All, Meri Brown didn't just speak. She detonated a financial truth bomb that rewrote the entire history of this family. A truth she had been asked to bury. A truth she agreed, for years, to stay silent about. A truth Kody Brown is now exposed for lying about. Every single dollar of equity from Meri's Las Vegas home didn't help Meri build a future. It didn't help her buy a home. It didn't protect her financially. Every penny went to Robyn Brown. Not part of it. Not most of it. All of it. Meri sold the house she paid for, the house she lived in alone, the house she maintained on her own. And the money from that sale didn't follow her to stability. It followed Robyn to a mansion. And Meri wasn't alone. Yanel did the same thing. Both women sold their Vegas homes. Both handed over their proceeds. Both watched Robyn and Kody buy an $890,000 Flagstaff mansion while they went on to rent, struggle, and fall further behind. This isn't just about money. This is about a system. A system that drained two women dry so one wife could thrive. When the tell-all reached the financial discussion, Kody spoke first. And like always, he attacked first. He told the host that Meri was greedy. That she demanded all the Vegas house money. That she wanted more than her fair share. That she refused to recognize everything he and Robyn had put into the family. Classic Kody. Lie loudly. Paint yourself as the victim. Destroy the woman before she can speak. But then Meri spoke. And her version didn't just contradict Kody's story. It obliterated it. Meri explained she never fought over the Vegas proceeds. She explained she paid the mortgage. She lived there alone. She made the payments. And yet she still gave Kody half, simply because his name was on the house. She didn't argue. She didn't demand more. She complied. And when the host asked the question Kody didn't want asked, why did he get that money? Meri answered with one sentence that changed everything. That money was the loan used to buy Robyn's house. The room froze. Every penny from Meri's Vegas home went directly into Robyn's Flagstaff mansion. Meri's friend confirmed it. Meri confirmed it again. Every penny. Then Meri said the line that exposes the entire power dynamic of this family. This is something I consented to never talk about. Consent. Silence. Protection. Meri agreed to keep this secret to protect Kody and Robyn, to preserve the illusion that everything was fair. But once Kody went on television and accused her of greed, that agreement was over. The truth was coming out. Here's what actually happened. Meri bought her Vegas home for around $447,000. She sold it years later for nearly $575,000. After fees, her net was roughly $115,000. That money should have secured her future. Instead, it secured Robyn's mansion. Yanel's contribution was even bigger. Her Vegas home sold for around $600,000. Roughly $300,000 of that went straight to Robyn. Between Meri and Yanel, Robyn received over $415,000. That money made the down payment on Robyn's $890,000 house possible. Only Robyn and Kody's names went on the deed. Only they built equity. Only they benefited. By 2024, that house was worth over $1.6 million. A gain of more than $700,000, built on money that wasn't theirs. And what did Meri and Yanel get in return? Meri rented for years, building nothing. Yanel lived in rentals, then an RV with no running water. No equity. No security. Robyn lived in luxury. When fans noticed the imbalance, Kody and Robyn called it jealousy. Lies. Bitterness. But it wasn't bitterness. It was math. It was public record. Meri tried to normalize it on camera. She said it was just how the family worked together. But that culture only flowed one direction. Toward Robyn. Robyn never sold a house to help another wife. Robyn never sacrificed equity. Robyn entered the family with debt and left with millions. Meri stayed silent for years. She accepted less. She smiled through it. Because silence was expected. Loyalty was demanded. Until Cody lied. Until he tried to rewrite history and make her the villain. That's when Mary broke free. Yanel later revealed her only assets were an RV and a piece of land. After decades of work. After raising 6 kids. After funding Robyn's lifestyle. Meanwhile, Robyn owned a home worth over $1 million. Then came the NDAs. Robyn tried to force Mary and Yanel to sign documents that would legally silence them before the Coyote Pass sale. Mary refused. She said she would not be silenced again. Because she already had been. The NDAs weren't about privacy. They were about hiding this financial truth. And now we know why. Mary funded the mansion. Yanel funded the mansion. Robyn benefited. The silence protected Robyn. The truth destroys the narrative. Mary is now free. She finally has some money. But she lost years. She lost opportunities. She lost equity she will never recover. Robyn gained everything. This wasn't family culture. This wasn't teamwork. This was financial abuse dressed up as plural marriage. And the moment Mary said, "We'll talk about it now," the lie died. The silence broke. The secret collapsed. The truth won. Every penny went to Robyn. Mary paid the price. And now everyone knows. For years, Sister Wives viewers kept asking the same uncomfortable question. Why did Mary Brown never buy a home in Flagstaff? Why was she stuck renting year after year while Robyn lived comfortably in a large house? And most importantly, where did Mary's money actually go? In January 2026, the tell-all didn't just answer those questions. It exposed a financial truth that shattered the family's entire narrative. Mary Brown finally revealed something she had been pressured to keep quiet about for years. And once she said it out loud, nothing about this family made sense anymore. Mary sold her Las Vegas house. A house she paid for. A house she lived in mostly alone. Most people assumed that sale would help Mary secure her own future in Flagstaff. Instead, that money never followed her. It followed Robyn. Every dollar from Mary's Vegas home equity went toward buying Robyn Brown's Flagstaff house. Not a portion. Not a shared investment. All of it. Mary's money didn't buy Mary stability. It bought Robyn a mansion. And Mary wasn't the only one. Yanel did it too. 2 wives sold their homes. 2 wives gave up their equity. 2 wives ended up renting and struggling. While Cody and Robyn purchased an $890,000 home using money that didn't come from Robyn at all. This wasn't a coincidence. This was a system. A system where some women sacrificed everything so one woman could have everything. When the tell-all turned to finances, Cody rushed in first. And just like always, he went on the offensive. He claimed Mary demanded all the Vegas house money. He labeled her greedy. He positioned himself and Robyn as victims. Attack first. Control the story. Discredit her before she speaks. But then Mary spoke. And her version didn't just differ from Cody's, it destroyed his story entirely. Mary explained that she never fought over the money. Even though she paid the mortgage. Even though she lived in the house alone. Even though, by any fair standard, the equity should have been hers. She still gave Cody half. Once Mary admitted where her Vegas house money really went, the entire financial picture started to come into focus. Because when you follow the numbers, Cody and Robyn's story completely collapses. Mary didn't just give up a house. She gave up around 6 figures in equity, money that should have secured her independence. Yanel's sacrifice was even bigger. Yanel sold her Las Vegas home for close to $600,000. Roughly half of that money, about $300,000, went directly toward Robyn's Flagstaff house. So between Mary and Yanel, Robyn received well over $400,000. That money became the foundation of Robyn and Cody's $890,000 home purchase in 2019. A massive down payment made possible by other wives' sacrifices. And here's the detail Cody never once mentioned. Only 2 names went on that house. Cody Brown. Robyn Brown. Mary's name wasn't there. Yanel's name wasn't there. They funded the house, but they owned none of it. As the years passed, that house skyrocketed in value. By the time it was listed, it was worth more than $1.5 million. Hundreds of thousands in equity, built on money that didn't belong to Robyn. And while Robyn's wealth grew quietly, the women who paid for it fell further behind. Mary rented year after year. No ownership. No equity. Yanel's situation was even more shocking. She bounced from rentals to an RV parked on undeveloped land. No water, no sewage, no security. Think about that for a moment. A woman who worked full-time, raised 6 children, funded the family for decades. Her total assets? An RV and a piece of raw land. Meanwhile, Robyn lived in comfort inside a home largely paid for by others. Whenever fans pointed out this imbalance, Cody and Robyn shut it down fast. They claimed jealousy. They claimed misunderstanding. They claimed bitterness. But none of that explains the paperwork. None of that explains the money trail. This wasn't jealousy. It was arithmetic. And then there's the phrase Mary used that explains why none of this came out sooner. She said she had agreed never to talk about it. That wasn't loyalty. That was silence enforced by power. Because if viewers had known years ago that Mary and Yanel financed Robyn's house, the illusion of equality would have collapsed immediately. The story only worked as long as the truth stayed buried. And when that silence started cracking, Robyn panicked. That's where the NDAs come in. Before the Coyote Pass land could be sold, Robyn demanded non-disclosure agreements. Legal documents designed to keep Mary and Yanel quiet. Mary refused. She said she would not be silenced again. Because this wasn't the first time her voice had been taken from her. The NDAs weren't about privacy. They were about protecting a financial secret that could destroy Robyn's image. And once Mary said no, the control started slipping. The truth was coming out whether Cody and Robyn liked it or not. Because when money flows in only one direction, it stops being family. It becomes exploitation. Once the silence broke, everything else started to make sense, especially Coyote Pass. Because Coyote Pass wasn't just land. It was control. When the family bought the property, it was framed as a shared dream. Equal land. Equal futures. Everyone building together. But from the very beginning, the ownership told a different story. Cody's name was on every parcel. Robyn's name appeared more than Mary's or Yanel's. Power wasn't divided equally. It was concentrated. And here's the part no one talked about. Robyn didn't fund Coyote Pass. At the exact moment the land was purchased, Robyn had just received hundreds of thousands of dollars from Mary and Yanel, money that went straight into her house, not the family land. The money used to buy Coyote Pass came from the pooled family account, an account funded for years by Mary, Yanel, and Christine. So let's be clear. The other wives helped buy Robyn's mansion. The other wives helped buy the family land. Robyn helped fund neither. Yet she walked away with the most security. As time passed, Cody began rewriting the financial story. He claimed he and Robyn carried the family. He implied others didn't contribute enough. This is where the gaslighting becomes obvious. When Cody says my money, he's talking about TLC money. Money earned because every wife showed up. Every wife participated. Every wife sacrificed her privacy. Robyn didn't generate that income alone. But she benefited from it the most. When Christine bought her Flagstaff home, Cody later claimed it was paid for by him and Robyn. That wasn't true. It came from family funds. Funds Christine helped build. But Cody reframed it to make Robyn look generous, and everyone else look dependent. That same tactic was used against Mary. After Mary gave up her Vegas equity, after she rented for years, after she stayed silent, Cody still accused her of wanting too much. This is the manipulation pattern. Take everything, then accuse the giver of greed. And when Mary finally pushed back, when she demanded her rightful share of Coyote Pass, Cody framed it as betrayal. Not fairness. Not accountability. Betrayal. But the numbers don't support Cody's version. When Coyote Pass finally sold, the proceeds were split, not because Cody wanted fairness, but because he had no other choice. Mary and Yanel each received their portion after years of delay. By then, the damage was already done. Mary had spent years paying rent instead of building equity. Yanel had spent years unstable, moving, downsizing, living in an RV. Robyn, meanwhile, sat on a mountain of assets. This wasn't bad luck. It wasn't miscommunication. It was a financial structure built to protect one wife at all costs. And once Mary refused the NDA, once she refused silence, that structure started to collapse. Because silence was the only thing holding it together. Without silence, the truth is unavoidable. Money flowed one way. Power flowed one way. Security flowed one way. Toward Robyn. And the moment Mary spoke, the illusion died. With the money trail exposed, Robyn's image began to crack, and so did the story she'd been selling for years. For a long time, Robyn positioned herself as the misunderstood wife. The sensitive one. The woman everyone was supposedly unfair to. But when you line up the facts, the victim narrative falls apart. Robyn accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars from Mary and Yanel without hesitation. She didn't insist their names go on the deed. She didn't offer shared ownership. She didn't pause to ask if it was fair. She took the money. She took the house. She took the equity. And while other wives downsized, rented, and struggled, Robyn lived in comfort, building wealth quietly in the background. When fans questioned the imbalance, Robyn didn't explain it. She cried. Tears replaced transparency. Emotion replaced accountability. Anyone who challenged the arrangement was labeled jealous, bitter, or hateful. Not because they were wrong, but because the truth was dangerous. And Cody backed that strategy every time. Instead of addressing the numbers, he attacked the women. Instead of answering questions, he changed the subject. Instead of admitting favoritism, he accused others of disloyalty. This is how emotional manipulation supports financial abuse. Make people feel guilty for asking. Make them feel selfish for wanting fairness. Make them feel cruel for pointing out inequality. And for years, it worked. Mary stayed quiet. Yanel stayed patient. Christine eventually walked away. But Robyn's advantage didn't come from hard work or sacrifice. It came from being protected, by Cody, by silence, and by a story that only survived as long as no one said the truth out loud. Once Mary broke that silence, everything recontextualized. The mansion wasn't luck. It was funded. The equity wasn't earned alone. It was extracted. And the NDA suddenly made sense. Those documents weren't about peace or privacy. They were about control. If Mary and Yanel stayed quiet, the narrative survived. If they spoke, it collapsed. That's why Robyn fought so hard to keep them silent. Because Robyn's power was never about love. It was about leverage. She had the house. She had the assets. She had Cody's loyalty. And when that leverage was threatened, the tears came out, not to heal the family, but to protect the position. This is what favoritism looks like when it's backed by money. This is what manipulation looks like when it's rewarded. Robyn didn't just benefit from the system. She became the system. And now that the numbers are public, the illusion is gone. By the time the truth finally came out, the damage was already done. Mary didn't just lose money. She lost time. She lost security. She lost years of her life staying in a marriage that had already abandoned her. While Robyn built equity, Mary paid rent. While Robyn gained stability, Mary stayed financially frozen. And the cruel irony? After giving everything, Mary was still painted as the problem. She was called difficult. She was labeled greedy. She was accused of wanting too much. Too much, after handing over her house. Too much, after staying silent for years. Too much, after accepting crumbs while others lived in comfort. That's the final stage of manipulation. When the person who gave everything is blamed for finally asking for fairness. Mary stayed because leaving meant losing everything. Her equity was gone. Her future was tied up in land she didn't control. She endured emotional neglect, public humiliation, and financial dependency, all while protecting the very people who were benefiting from her silence. It took years for her to reach the point where staying hurt more than leaving. And when she finally walked away, she didn't walk away rich. She walked away free. That's the part Cody and Robyn never expected. They assumed silence was permanent. They assumed loyalty could be enforced. They assumed money would keep control intact. They were wrong. Because once Mary spoke, the story could never be repaired. The mansion is no longer impressive. The tears no longer convince. The victim narrative no longer holds. The numbers tell the truth. Mary funded the house. Yanel funded the house. Robyn benefited. And now the audience sees what was really happening all along. This wasn't about plural marriage. It wasn't about family culture. It wasn't about sacrifice for the greater good. It was about power. And who held it? Mary Brown may not have walked away with millions, but she walked away with something far more dangerous to the people who controlled her. Her voice. The silence is gone. The secret is dead. And the truth is permanent. Every penny mattered. Every lie collapsed. And the story has finally been told. That's not revenge. That's accountability. And there's no NDA strong enough to put this back in the dark.